This 1940 Lincoln Continental was originally owned and customized by Frank Lloyd Wright himself. He sure did love this color. Just the sort of classic auto that you might expect to find in Jerry Seinfeld's online series, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Seinfeld talks about the nuts and bolts of comedy with our Anthony Mason.
This is a Ferrari?
This is a Ferrari 308 Quattro Valvole, which means 4-valve.
Jerry Seinfeld is obsessed with automobiles.
In the mid-'80s, if you wanted to show off a little, this is what you would get.
It was his wife who suggested he host an American version of the BBC hit Top Gear.
I started thinking, well, if I wanted to do a show with cars that was funny, I think, well, gee, I know every funny person in the world.
That's how he hatched the idea for his internet series.
Hi, I'm Jerry Seinfeld, and this is Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. The hard part was finding anyone that wanted to do it, believe it or not.
You actually met resistance on this?
Every single place I went.
What did they say to you?
Well, I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Chocolate egg cream?
And a cup of coffee, please.
And you can drink coffee all day?
All day.
It would give me horrible anxiety.
I like the anxiety.
He was trying to create a show where comedians...
You shouldn't be so irritated because you meditate. Even when you're meditating, you're like, really?
...could talk about their favorite subject, comedy.
That's not comedy.
Yeah, I know, but...
This is a show about comedy.
Yeah, really?
Oh, this is the greatest show ever.
I would commit to 22 episodes a year of this.
Yeah.
He pitched every internet outlet he could think of with the idea.
And none of them wanted it.
Wow.
And I thought, what kind of track record do you have to have?
When you get to a certain point in the business, what a man is looking for in a network is the same thing he's looking for in his underwear. He's looking for a little bit of support and a little bit of freedom.
Sony's website, Crackle, finally picked it up. And Seinfeld's having the last laugh.
Lie.
Comedians in Cars, now launching its 6th season, has been viewed nearly 100 million times.
Wait, we should be backing up while that sound is happening.
I thought maybe you were still waiting for something good to happen.
Oh, no.
Seinfeld says when two comedians get together, there's some kind of chemical connection.
Right. Part of it, to me, is this kind of social experiment of, like, I sometimes think of it as I'm just trying to isolate a gene here and put it on display. I go, look at these weird people. Am I driving too fast for you?
No,
Are you
I'm fine.
comfortable? Okay. I love comedy. As much as I love it, I love talking about it.
You like breaking it down and you like the anatomy of it.
Yes, and I also like that as much as I know, the whole thing is still just this smoke ring of nothing that nobody can really seem to nail down.
At heart, Seinfeld considers himself a stand-up comic.
Jerry Seinfeld.
This is such an unbelievable experience.
He often likes to make surprise appearances at his favorite clubs.
For you, this is great. For me, it's horrible. It shows I really haven't gotten anywhere.
Do you need it?
Yeah, it's just like if you're a surfer, you paddle out.
How do you feel when you're walking on stage in that circumstance?
Here goes nothing. I've been doing this my whole life.
This is how he tests and refines his material.
People usually around this age make a bucket list. I made a bucket list, and I turned a B to an F, and I was done with it. That's...
You break comedy down in an architectural way. Almost.
Yes, I do. Not every comedian does.
Why do you think you do?
So I'm an analytical guy. I like science, I like math, I like structure, I like logic.
Yeah.
I do this joke about, you know, in marriage, the most important thing is you gotta listen. A lot of wives complain their husbands don't listen. I've never heard my wife say this, she may have. So I've never had another joke quite like that joke.
In its structure?
It just has its own structure to it. It's like a magic trick.
He's 61 now and has been working comedy clubs since 1975. Could you throw everything else away that you've done and you do and just have stand-up?
Oh, yeah. I kind of dream of that.
Because?
It's so pure, and I just love it. A laugh is such a pure thing. There's no opinion to it.
Right.
Almost every other creative field has to suffer the interpretive opinion culture,
Right.
but not a stand-up comic. You may not like this guy, but if he's getting laughs, he's going to work.
Seinfeld doesn't need the money. Forbes estimates his net worth at upwards of $800 million. Most of it from his TV series, which 2 decades later, his fans will still quote back to him.
They will mostly just yell at me things from the show, which I always explain to them, it's not funny to me. I wrote that for you. There's nothing less funny to a comedian than his own material.
Is that true, really?
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I suffered to come up with that. I'm done with it. But are you still master of your domain?
I am king of the county. You?
Lord of the manor.
But when the series was done in 1998, its creator admits he was lost.
I didn't know what I was going to do. I was pretty confused at that moment.
I bet.
What the hell do you do now, you know?
Because you can't really top it.
No. Impossible. There's only one way to top it,
Yeah.
and that's to remain an artist and not a star.
So he went back into the belly of the beast, even if some nights are rough.
I don't go, oh, who cares? I got a hit TV series and I've done all that. I don't think that. I think this is horrible.
Yeah.
And I like that.
What do you like about getting
It means I'm not an asshole. I haven't become a giant show business asshole, pardon my language. It was very much what I didn't want to be when I finished my TV series. I don't want to be that guy. And I know if I stick to stand-up, I can't be that guy.
Because they'll remind you.
Yeah, they'll remind me in 2 seconds.
Have you ever thought you were in danger of going down that path?
I was then, yes.
You were.
Sure. I didn't need to come down from that flying saucer.
Most people don't want to.
No, they don't.
Why do you think you did?
I wasn't a 20-something
Right.
that suddenly hit it big. I knew a little bit of life. I don't want to be spared the grime. The griminess is what I like. I felt like it's what made me good.
Is this something you'd want your kids to do?
My daughter could do it.
She could.
She could. I don't think she will, but she got it somehow. Which is the first I saw that, wow, this is genetic.
Seinfeld and his wife Jessica have 3 children. Sasha, the oldest, is now 14. Have you tried to give her any advice?
Yeah, it's like being Thor. They give you the hammer. It's hard to just leave it there.
You want her to pick up the hammer?
Yeah, pick up the hammer.
Jerry Seinfeld is still wielding his hammer, and he has no plans to put it down. Are you still driven to do this?
Yes.
That doesn't go away.
That has not gone away. To me, every joke is like a cool thing
Yeah.
that didn't exist in the world before you made it. For me, at this point in my life, I want to find as many bits as I can before I'm dead. So already you're thinking, hey, this is pretty fun, right?
Not so bad.
Yeah.